Hi, I'm Martin Rust with the Security and Policy Institute for Professional Development here at the University of Ottawa. Our guest today is Cheri McGuire. Cheri is the Vice President of Global Public Policy for the Symantec Corporation. Cheri, we've been talking about cybersecurity, and it's obviously a very hot topic today. It's in the media. It's in the media today. It's in the media most days. And people, I think, are beginning to have a better awareness of what cybersecurity is, and they see those phishing emails and some of those things that come across their desktop. My question to you today is, where is this going? Where is this all taking us? Obviously, it's evolved a lot over the last number of years, but where are we headed? What kinds of trends are we going to see in the future?
Well, I think that one of the biggest trends we're going to see in the future is a larger number of attacks on devices, mobile devices, on Internet of Things types of devices, as we're moving to fitness trackers, to refrigerators that are connected, to cars that are connected, and always connected, that attack surface is growing so much that as we are locking down our traditional surfaces, enterprise networks and laptop, desktop computers, the criminals will move to those new devices that may not have been built with security in mind. So we believe we're going to start to see that trend grow. We've already seen that on the mobile space, year over year, exponential growth in the mobile attack types, and we expect we're going to see that with the Internet of Things soon enough.
And are we seeing a change too in who it is that's the propagator of these threats? Who are the bad guys, and why are they doing this?
Yeah, so the bad guys, again, they range from, you know, your basic hacker to your organized criminal gang to your hacktivist to your nation state. So ultimately, regardless of who is propagating the attack, the impact is still the same, and you still need to protect yourself in the same way.
So what kind of information are they going to be accessing versus the kind of information that they have been in the past?
Well, I think that what we are seeing is much more targeted attacks against personally identifiable information, so credit card data, intellectual property, even things down to the individual. So for example, if you were to get hit with one of these ransomware attacks, and ransomware is a type of phishing attack where an attacker will send an email, looks very official, could look like a local law enforcement, saying that your computer has something on it that it shouldn't have, and that they are going to lock the files down until you pay a ransom. And this has grown exponentially over the last couple of years, this type of attack. But if you think about the way in which you as an individual keep your entire life probably on your computer at home, all your pictures, your media, your songs, you name it. If you don't have that backed up to the cloud somewhere or to an external device, and some attacker, you click on that phishing email and they get access to all of that, and they say, we're going to lock it down until you pay us, you're probably pretty inclined to pay because you want your data. That's your life online. And so these are the kinds of attacks that we're seeing today. And we say basic practice is backup, backup, backup.
You mentioned the cloud. I have to ask about the cloud because there's a lot of misunderstanding about what the cloud is and whether or not it is safe. Can you shed some light on what a cloud is and whether or not you think they're safe?
So, you know, the term cloud has evolved over the last several years, and there are different types of cloud offerings. But the cloud is essentially an off-premises or a separate place up in the cloud where you would store your information. So there's many of these kinds of storage solutions that are available out there. Box, even iTunes. Google, Microsoft, they all have these cloud for the general citizen offerings where you can back up and store your information. Generally, they are safe, but it's important to remember to find out if your data is encrypted when it is stored there, because that way, at least if that cloud service provider were to get hacked, at least the information that you're storing there would be unusable. If it's in the clear, you could be exposed.
Very good questions to ask and to have answered. My guest today has been Cheri McGuire, the Vice President of Global Public Policy for the Symantec Corporation, and I'm Martin Rust with the Security and Policy Institute for Professional Development here at the University of Ottawa.